So we meet Chanel West Coast. Apparently, she was on TV, and now she wants to pursue a music career just like everybody else that gets on Love and Hip Hop. They automatically, surprisingly shows up with a fake ass music career, and they think that they got what it takes. So she talks, she has this little single release party for a song that I ain't never heard of before. And you know what I'm saying? She got Nikki there, she got Lyrica there, and she got this chick named Jade there. Jade, she was on Love and Hip Hop, I think last season, Love and Hip Hop New York last season. She was dating Rich, and supposedly, Rich's daughter didn't like her because she was too young for Rich, but now she's no longer with Rich. So in between time, Chanel supposedly has a past with Nikki. She apparently went to the prom with Nikki brother, so Nikki considers her a close friend. So she said that she got somebody for Chanel West Coast to meet to get her career jump started. But in the midst of that conversation, Jade is saying that, I'm over Rich and, I'm just dating somebody new. His name is Marcus Black and I'm trying to help him get, his divorce. And, Lyrica was looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this about? So she apparently couldn't wait to tell Brooke Valentine what was really going on with that. So, in the midst of that, you know, Brooke Valentine and Booby, they're having a conversation and they want us to fucking believe that they met each other back in, their Houston days. And I know that Brooke is, from Houston and I know that Booby from Houston, but they want us to believe that they knew each other from way back in the day. And there's nothing going on between the two of them when all I could do is see these I wanna fuck you eyes going on between both of them. But they want us to act like they ain't never fucked around or they don't want to fuck around. And then this whole little conversation about Booby and his music, how that's more important than basketball. Brooke, I know you ain't had no hit song in a long motherfucking time now. I don't know you dying to get back in on the scene, but bitch, stop it. Because Booby's steady paychecks was not coming from no fucking music. It was coming from fucking basketball. And that's what he needed to be focused on instead of trying to put out some whack ass music like Hazel is. Don't nobody want to hear Booby rapping. Please. And he was married to Keisha Cole. If she can get his ass put on, then I'm pretty sure nobody else can. So stop trying to tell him that this shit is on and popping and that he can make it as a rapper. Because don't nobody want to see him rapping. They're just like asking Michael Jordan to get on the damn microphone. Don't nobody want to see that. They're just like asking fucking Kobe Bryant to do that. Don't nobody want to see it. Did a basketball player try to put out an album before? Wasn't Shaquille O'Neal trying to put out an album? Nobody bought it. Okay, whatever. So then she talks to him about Marcus and how he feel like Marcus ain't the one for him and all of this shit. Ain't the one for Brooke and all of that stuff. But he should be the last person talking about somebody not being the one for somebody when he's, basically known not for being a basketball player, but known for cheating on Keisha Cole. Stop trying to tell her who the hell she need to be with. Now, Marcus got the divorce papers. And I want to know how many days was this shot between the last time we seen them last week. Because I know he didn't get them divorce papers in 2 days. So I want to know how long ago was that. But he got the divorce papers and now I guess she happy that he got the divorce papers. Now she can finally be with him. So Lyrica meets with Nia and Brooke at a dance class. And she was like, well, I met this girl named Jay while I was with Chanel and Nikki, and she told us that she's a paralegal and she's trying to help, Marcus get a divorce so they can be together. And Brooke and Nia like, really? And I'm like, oh my God. So this is how Lyrica got her motherfucking ass in the main cast. She keeping up, she's spilling the tea. But hey, Nia, I know a lot of people don't like. I know a lot of people really don't care for Nia. They think that she's a boring bitch. But I like Nia. Honestly, I don't mind her being an Aryan of the show. Drop her in a couple of scenes here and there. I like Nia. Honestly, I really do. I ain't got no issue with Nia. So Keisha Cole and her cousin Marquisha, they meet up with Too Short. And if any of you guys ever watched Keisha Cole's reality show, Marquisha been there from the very beginning. I remember her. She was about to get the fight with Nephi on season 2 of The Way It Is. I think I still have that DVD if I'm not mistaken. I had the DVD. Y'all know I am a reality show junkie, and I buy the DVDs. I do buy the DVD editions and all of that. They meet up. And Too Short knew Keisha since she was a little girl. She was braiding hair at a barbershop she was at. And I already knew that they knew each other because Too Short was on a song with Keisha on her second classic album, which is called Just Like You. If you want to know the song that he was on, it was called Didn't I Tell You. That's the name of the song he was on her album. It was number 2 on Just Like You. So they just get to talking about Keisha's situation with Booby. And one thing about it, Keisha never bashes Booby as a parent. Now, she knows that he wasn't shit as a man and he wasn't shit as a husband. She knows that already. However, she does not try to talk about him like he ain't nobody's father, like he ain't no good dad or whatever. But the thing that threw Too Short off is when he said, in which he told him that, they still living in the house together, and at this point they still married. And Too Short was like, what the fuck? Like, do you ever hear the other girls in the other room moaning and shit? And Keisha was like, well, we don't bring people in the house. That ain't going down. We don't bring nobody in the house. So, Too Short was basically saying, you need to nip that in the bud, because how long is he going to stay there, and how long is y'all going to confuse y'all kid? And to be honest, that's the truth. I can't imagine having one of my exes living with me. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna work because I hate just about all of them at this point. But I can't imagine living in the same house with my ex and, helping them out. Like, it's one thing to have them living with you for like a couple of weeks, till they get on their feet. But living with them like that and y'all married and got a kid together, that's a lot of shit to deal with. And you're constantly reminded of the bullshit that they did to you. So Keisha was like, well, yeah, I got to have this conversation with him. And you do, Keisha. You do got to have that conversation. So Booby was on his way out to the gym. And, Keisha was like, well, we got to have a conversation. Me and you got to talk. And she basically told him that he got to move out. Not in so many words, but that's what she was saying. And Booby was saying, well, you took me in when I was going through a rough time with the injuries in my basketball career. And I was at a dark time. And even though I did you so bad, and even though I cheated on you and did so many things to you, you still took me in, and I will forever be grateful for that. And Keisha was like, okay, now I'm about to cry now because nobody has ever told me nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's understandable. When you're not used to nobody thanking you for what the fuck you do for them, that does something to your spirit. It does something to you. You know what I'm saying? It'll do something to me too. If I was in that predicament, like this man just straight up gave her all the praise and everything because she's always felt like she was taken advantage of because of who she is. I mean, look at how her family treat her. You know what I'm saying? She can never stay cool with Neffy. Look at her mama constantly on and off drugs. She always got a lot of family issues. And sometimes you may not feel appreciated, but he made her feel appreciated. And this was like one of the first times in a long time that she ever felt some emotion about Booby. So, you know what I'm saying? I do understand it. So Keisha was about to cry. She was like, well, you know what? You're going to have to go before I start crying again, blah, blah, blah. So Masika, Nia, Zell, Moniece, and AD and Cam was all out on the beach. AD playing, super step mama, step daddy, whatever you want to call it, with Cam. And they were all talking about how, Masika, Nia, and Zell and Moniece, but they were all talking about how does she explain the situation with Cam as far as the same sex situation. And she pretty much refers to AD as her roommate, blah, 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 and all of that. So I think that's the best way to explain it to a child when you got a child and you're in a same sex relationship. It's never going to be an easy task. You can never explain it to a child. They don't understand. Like you can explain it to a teenager, but you cannot explain it to a child. So you can only explain it in terms that they can understand. So they go in and they talk about the situation with Alexis Sky. And soon as they bring up Alexis Sky, Masika get up and she storms the fuck off being real rude and shit. My thing about it is, y'all know I like Masika. She's probably one of my favorite people. But bitch, grow the fuck up. Like, why the fuck at the mere mention of this bitch's name, you want to get up and storm the fuck off. Like, you only making it look like you're scared. And I don't think that you're scared. I really feel like you don't want to get this bitch airtime, but it's just like to the point to where you can't even be in a room with your friend to talk about it, and you got to get up and leave. Like, just to mention this bitch name, you got to get up and leave. And honestly, your friends are taking the heat for your motherfucking ass, and you can't even sit there and listen to the conversation. Like, Monique was unbothered. She said, well, you ain't got to have a conversation. You know, all of them got an issue because she fucked their man. She fucked Young Bird, she fucked Molly, and she fucked Fetty. And now they all mad with her. You know, they all want to come for her. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the honest to God truth. So Zell meets up with Alexis, and they supposedly have a conversation. And my thing about it is that I didn't I can't I'm not in the business of trying to tell people who they can and can't talk to, because I'm friends with people and they don't like certain people, but I'm cool with them. Now, certain friends don't like it and that's their business, but I'm a grown ass man and I'm gonna talk to whomever the fuck I want to talk to. But you can't make Alexis and Masika talk about their issues because of the simple fact Masika just don't want to have nothing to do with Alexis. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta respect that shit. She don't want to have nothing to do with Alexis. You know what I'm saying? So she don't want to be involved with Alexis. So you talking about you're gonna do something to set it up so they can be together. But you coming off, it's the way you're doing it. Like, you're coming out real messy. But you are messy. You let me know that you are. So can't nobody really be mad with you for that, to be honest. But I just didn't like that whole conversation. You can clear the air with Alexis if you want to. I don't see nothing wrong with that, because it's not really your issue. It's really Masika's issue. So you really ain't got no reason to have no issue with Alexis. But at the same time, keep it about you and Alexis. Don't make it about the situation between her and Masika, because Masika really don't want nothing to do with Alexis, and that's just what it is. So then Masika and Zell, they meet up, and you can tell that Zell don't know how to bring it up. You know, he talking about how Masika and Alexis should talk about their issues and just move past them, because neither one of them are with Fetty, and that's just true. Neither one of them are. And Masika gets up and she storms the fuck off again. And I'm like, how many times are you gonna storm off the set every time Alexis' name come up? Like, bitch, you gonna hear the bitch name. Like, it's one thing for you not to want to film with her. That's understandable. But when somebody bring up her name, you ain't gotta get up and storm away. You know, just say you don't want to talk about it. But then you did say you don't want to talk about it. But it's just the way you doing it. And then you throwing drinks at production. You're talking about calling your lawyer and all of that shit. My thing of it is, I do understand where Zell coming from in this particular scene, because this man had a purse thrown at him and 2 drinks thrown at him because he was defending your ass. So the least you could do is acknowledge that, but you want to say that's not your problem. Bitch, it is your problem. Your friends are taking the heat for you. Bitches coming after them because they are affiliated with your ass. So you just need to know that and stop acting like a bitch. That's all I'm saying. Like, you ain't gotta fuck with Alexis. You ain't really gotta talk to her. But just acknowledge the fact that your friends are taking the heat for you. Cause that's exactly what's going on here. They're taking the heat for your ass and you refuse to see that. But you ain't gotta see it. You really ain't gotta see it. But you're gonna know it because they are taking the heat for you. It ain't no other way to put it. Like, they're really taking the heat for your ass and you don't even give a damn. All you wanna do is march your ass off the damn stage like a damn drum major and say that, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to film, I don't want to talk about her, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I don't want to give nobody no airtime. But your friend is taking the heat for you. Now, I don't like how he went about the shit with Alexis and meeting up with her and trying to get y'all to talk, because that's not really cool, because if he your friend, then he should just stick on your side, because like I say, I have a lot of friends that may not like other friends of mine. I'm not about to make them talk, because I'm friends with both of them. So I could really care less if they don't ever be friends. Both of them are friends. Just don't put me in certain situations where I feel like I'm going to have to choose, because I don't want to be in those situations. But Masika just needs to calm the fuck down and just stop it with the whole, I don't want to film with this bitch, I don't want to talk about this bitch. Like, you have stormed off in damn near every scene you was in this damn episode. Like, girl, sit the fuck down. It's getting old. Stop. But that's my review on tonight's episode. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and motherfucking subscribe. Up next is my Basketball Wives video, and I'm out of here. Peace.